Nowadays, English is very important since it is essential to find work either in Peru or any other country. It is the most widely used language when it comes to international communications. In addition, it helps us learn new cultures, and above all, it is essential when we want to travel, since we will be able to communicate with others in an effective way.
Hello, Marilena and Luciana. How are you guys?
Fine.
I am fine too. And you, Daniel, how are you?
Something good.
Why?
Why?
I don't understand English grammar very well. I have a hard time conjugating or joining sentences in English. Do you also have a hard time understanding grammar or any other subject that is related to the English course?
What's hard for me is that I don't understand very well when I listen to an audio or watch a movie or series that I like in English. And it's hard for you, Marilena, to understand, I don't know, maybe in grammar, speaking, reading in English.
Um, I also find it hard to create and put together sentence in English, especially if you have to answer quickly.
Well, between the three of us, what changes can we make your actual level better?
Well, my advice to you, Daniel, is that you have to read books, magazines, newspapers in English and practice spelling a lot. It's very important.
Luciana, my advice is to subtitles movies and series in Spanish and them in English. Listen to music in English with lyrics that will help you understand better when you listen to audio of the classes.
Luciana, my advice that I would give you is that when you listen to music in English or watch a movie or series with audio in English, I advise you to put subtitles in Spanish. That will help you so that when you listen to the audio that the teacher puts on class, you can understand much better.
My advice to Daniel is to read like books, magazines, conversation, research looking in English. Practice every time everything you have learned, what you have read, and write it down everything you do in your day in that language could be a big help.
Oh, thank you. That advice can also help you, since we have the same problems.
Marilena, my advice to you is to read a book, magazine, or anything in English that will help you learn grammar or structure sentences in English, conjugate verbs, and improve spelling and improve your comprehension of the language. Okay, guys, how do you see yourself learning English in the near future?
Mm, in my case, I see myself mastering the language. Practicing it every day, you can understand it better. Since this language will be very useful to me in the future if I want to get a job. Since several companies ask you to know English as a requirement.
In the future, I would like to do a master's degree in the United States, and English is going to help me a lot since there are many people who also want to study there, and To communicate with them, you have to know how to pronounce English, since they must be like our second language.
I see myself learning more English, practices in different ways to understand the language better. Science in the future it will help me to know English when I go to United States or other countries that also use the same language to communicate and to be able to find a job.
Well, girls, my taxi has already come to pick me up. Thanks for the tips to help me improve my English grammar. See you tomorrow during class time. Bye, take care.
Goodbye, Daniel. Thanks for your advice.
Goodbye, Daniel. Thank you very much for your advice. It will help me a lot with my English listening problem.